Regular exercise done most days of the week will help you to manage diabetes. A strength training routine can be especially beneficial because it builds muscle tissue that can help reduce the progression of symptoms. Here are 10 exercises to help you get started. You can choose to use handheld weights or just your body's resistance, that's fine. We'll also use a sturdy chair. Sit forward with your chest up nice and tall, your feet underneath your knees. Place your weights on your thighs behind your knees. Lift your heels up and press your heels down. Come up on your toes and then work against resistance as you push your heels gently into the floor. Lift and push. As we continue that movement, keep your chest up tall, roll your shoulders back and down. Draw your belly button in slightly. We want to keep our core muscles engaged as we work through our exercises. Good. And you might connect your breathing with your movement. We might inhale as we lift our heels up and exhale as we push down. Do that 2 more times. Great. Our next exercise, lift your right knee, flex your foot, show me the bottom of your shoe. Draw your heel in and push down. Now the left. Lift, extend, draw in and down. This is a 4-part move, so we think about not only lifting up and pushing out, but drawing back in and gently pushing down into the floor. Anchor and then lift on the other side. Focus on keeping your chest up nice and tall, minimizing rocking forward and back. Even side to side, you might notice there's a little bit of a weight shift. I notice my weight pushes more into the right as I'm lifting my left, and now it pushes just a little bit more into my left as I lift and extend my right, but I'm still working at keeping my chest up nice and tall. Let's do 1 more on the right, and we'll do 1 more on the left. You choose how high you lift your knee, really what's comfortable for your hip, and release. Let's move on to an upper body exercise. Grab onto your weights, let your arms release down by your sides. Your palms are facing in. Bend your elbows and bring your wrists up to your shoulders, and then gently release all the way down. This is a hammer curl, and it's working our bicep as well as other upper body upper body muscles. Good. We want to think about exhaling as we lift and inhaling as we release. Good. Make sure you're lifting your chest up nice and tall. We want to be careful that we're not getting droopy. We want to keep our posture engaged. Keep your belly button drawn in. And then anchor your feet down into the ground. All of that's important. We want to stay engaged. We want to stay in tune with what we're doing. Good, let's just do 2 more. And last one. Replace your weights on your thighs just above your knees. Lift your right knee up and open out to the right side. Then lift up and draw back in. And now go to the left. Up, out, in, and back down. Just work within the range of motion that's right for your hip. Over time, you might work to a bigger range of motion as it makes sense for your body. I love this exercise because it works the outside of my hip as I press out, but the inside, my inner thigh, as I draw back in. I'm anchoring my left foot down so that I can lift my right up and out, and then I'm anchoring my right foot down so I can lift my left foot up and out. And by staying aware of keeping my belly button drawn in, I can even feel some work in my core muscles along my abdominals. Let's just do 1 more on the right and 1 more on the left. Our next exercise is a hip hinge. So you just want to make sure that your weights, you're holding on to them above your thighs. Your chest is up tall. We'll hinge forward from our hip with a nice long spine. Press your weight into your feet and then push back up to a nice tall position. And do that again. Hinge forward, long spine. Look out in front of you and push back. Let me give you a side view. I'm hinging forward, squeezing my glutes. I'm pressing and I'm lifting back up nice and tall. You want to keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. So it's really important that you're looking out in front of you and then you're pushing back up to a nice tall position. Squeeze your gluteals, engage your hamstrings as you push back. Again, connect your breathing with your movement. Nice. This is a really great exercise for our low back, our glutes, our hamstrings. And let's just do that one more time. Our next exercise, an overhead press, and you can choose to do this without weights if you'd prefer. Bend at your elbows, bring your wrists to your shoulders, press up and in front, and then bend your elbows and bring your wrists back down to your shoulders. Do that again, press up and draw back down. We'll press and we'll release. I'd like you to inhale right here and then exhale, press. And then inhale again to release. Let me give you a side view. I'm pressing up and in front where I can see the weights, and then I'm bringing them back down, working against gravity, weights coming to my shoulders. You can work within the range of motion that's appropriate for your shoulders and your arms. And then work on improving your range of motion over time as you get stronger with the exercise. Again, we're keeping our chest up nice and tall, belly button's drawn in, and we'll do one more. Big exhale, big inhale, and then unfold your arms. Next exercise is for our rotator cuff. Bend at your elbow, palms are up. Keep your elbows tucked in, snugged tight by your rib cage. Open your wrists out to the side, and then bring the heads of the weights back together. Rotate out to the side, and then back into center. Good. We're keeping about a 90-degree bend at our elbows. Palms are facing up. I'm working on pressing my heels down into the floor, but I can wiggle my toes in my shoes. I'm engaging all of my muscles, even though I'm primarily focused on upper body, my rotator cuff, and I'm connecting my breath with my movement. Let's just do two more. Nice, go ahead and release. Our next exercise is a row. So we come into that hip hinge position, our arms hang long by our sides. You're looking out in front so that your neck is in line with the rest of your spine. Draw your elbows up towards the ceiling, squeeze the skin around your spine, and then press your weights back down by your shoes. Pull up, push down. Draw your belly button in, stay engaged right through your torso, right through your core muscles. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you release back down. Again, I'm pressing weight in my heels, and you might not be able to see this, but I can wiggle my toes in my shoes. And this engages my leg muscles. I can feel this in my quadricep. Squeezing my glutes just a little bit helps me to feel the work through my glutes and even my hamstrings a bit. Draw up and back down. Let's do that two more times. Pull, push. Good, keep your arms down by your sides and then push back up to a seated tall position. We'll go into a crunch position next, so you can just keep your hands on your thighs. You can place your weights where we had them when we were doing some lower body exercises. I want your chest up nice and tall, and then I want you to round your shoulders out and over your hips as you press your low back towards the back of the chair, and then draw back up nice and tall. And we'll do that again. We'll round down. You're making the spine into the letter C, and then you're drawing back up nice and tall. From a side view, I'm pressing my low back behind me. I'm rounding down, and then I'm drawing back up. Round down, and then lift up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back and down. We'll take an exhale breath as we come down, and an inhale breath as we come up. Think about bringing your rib cage towards your hips, the bottom of your rib cage to the tops of your hips. Draw your belly button in, and after just a few reps, you should be able to feel the work in your abdominal muscles. Let's just do that 2 more times. And last one. Nice. Let's finish with a triceps extension exercise for our tricep muscle, the back of our upper arm. We'll let our arms come down by our sides. We'll hip hinge forward, long spine looking out in front. Draw your elbows up, keep them there, relax your shoulders, and extend your arms behind you. Bend at the elbow, bring your wrists back to your hips. And let's do that again. Press, pause, and then draw back in. Belly button's pulled in, weights pressing in your heels. You're looking out in front. It's important that you keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. Let me give you a little side view. I'm sitting forward in my chair. I'm extending back and drawing in. Exhale as you extend. Inhale as you draw in. We'll just do 2 more. And last one. Release your arms all the way down to the floor and then push up to a nice tall position. Start by doing this workout 2 or 3 times a week. As you get stronger, check out our live classes on our Silver Sneakers Facebook page, or see if you're eligible to participate in our weekly live schedule at SilverSneakers.com.